Hey everyone, this is this week's tiara, and this is the final of the Elements tiaras. This is air, and I want to show you all of the pieces. This one really sparkles. So this one was fun to do, and they all have been fun to do, but this one was different because these pieces right here on all of these are pieces that I created out of resin and some powders, and as well as some other inclusions, and I think they turned out really beautiful. So I started with this one where this round silver circle was wired on. I painted this with alcohol ink and then put a resin on top of it, a UV resin. And then I glued on this, there's a pendant on the back, then this piece, and then these two pieces, and then finally these to cover over it. And I really wanted that look of wings because I thought that really fit the air look. So let me show you what I did to create these pendants. So these are pieces of resin, and this is just a resin dome that I had a mold of, but I added some glitter, which was just a blue glitter that was kind of chunky, as well as also another glitter like this. And I didn't really like how it domed because of course this is the back of the mold. So what I did is I turned them over and I actually built up. So that's why they get this kind of effect of almost opal effect. I added more of this in there, and then I put in some UV resin. Oops. I use UV resin. This is a Sophie and Toffee UV resin. And then I actually used my handy dandy UV flashlight. And then I added like about 4 or 5 layers of that so that you get this kind of opal effect on those. So those were then glued on. This is actually part of the piece itself. And everything was glued together. So let me show you the back. So this is glued on, this is glued on, and this is glued on. And then this is glued to the top. So these are all handmade stones for this. I think it gives a good effect. But then I also had this iridescence that was coming through with the wings and this green blue color. So I added another stone at the top to just kind of mimic that shape to continue that as well. And then these are just dyed crystals that I've wired on to give that blue effect, because of course when you think of air, a lot of people think of blue and light blue. So I thought it was nice overall. So once again, I wired on the circle to give it a base onto the form, and then I glued on this circle, the series of circles. I glued on the wings, and then I glued on this blue piece on the back. And then I glued on these 2 pieces, and I glued on this piece as well with a 5-minute epoxy. And then I wired on all of the pieces on the side. Let me turn it over once more time so you can see the back, so you can see all the wire work that's been done. But making the opals was the fun part of this project, and I could probably show a demo of how that works, but the sparkle when this is on somebody's head is going to be really beautiful. And that's this week's tiara.